Hello students, welcome to e-learning session. Today we'll start learning digestive system. Okay, let's start. Students, there is one question. Let's recall. What happens to the food we eat inside our body? When we eat food, this food undergoes digestion. The food that we eat is a complex substance. So, due to digestion, it gets converted into simple soluble substances which get absorbed into the blood and then get circulated to all parts of the body where it is utilized for energy formation and other process. Now there is second question. Does this food mix as it is with the blood? No. This food does not mix with as it is with the blood. It undergoes digestion and complex food material get converted into simple soluble substances. Then what is meant by digestion? Digestion is a process. It is conversion of food into soluble form. Soluble means which get dissolved or absorbed into the blood, and its absorption into the blood is called as digestion. Again one time, conversion of food into a soluble form and its absorption into the blood is called as digestion. Understood? Now the digestive system, it consists of alimentary canal and digestive glands. The total length of alimentary canal is 9 meters. Its main parts are mouth, then pharynx, then esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. The salivary glands, liver and pancreas are the digestive glands connected to the alimentary canal. So what is alimentary canal? Alimentary canal is a group of organ which perform the function of digestion of food. So it is a group of organs of mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. Understood? So these different organs of digestive system, they perform the process of digestion systematically. There are different stages in the process of digestion of food, and at each stage there is a different organ of the digestive system which performs specific role. Let's study the structure and function of each organ of the digestive system. The first one, teeth. How teeth perform the mechanical function, that is grinding of the food. Our teeth bite and chew the food. How this process takes place? As the teeth is as it is having different sets like incisor, canine, premolar and molar. The process of digestion begins with the function of teeth in the mouth. So there are 4 types of teeth in the mouth. Mainly these are incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Now see, this is jaw. The lower jaw is movable while upper jaw it is fixed. We can see all the sets of teeth and also tongue inside our mouth. So this is a jaw. Now see, these are the 4 types of teeth. Incisor, canine, premolar and molar. All these teeth together, they grind the food. It means they bite and chew the food and convert this food into soft ball called as bolus. As the teeth perform the function of the conversion of food into bolus, soft ball, bolus, this is structure of tooth. The enamel is a hardest part, or it is a hard part, and outer covering of the teeth, okay, it is made up of calcium salt. Below enamel there is dentine. Then this teeth or tooth is fixed in a gum with the help of root, and we can see the bone also. There are 8 incisors in our mouth, 4 in upper jaw, they are fixed in upper jaw, and 4 in lower jaw. The main function of incisor is to bite the food. Then there are 4 canines, 2 in upper jaw and 2 in lower jaw. Their main function is to tear the food. While premolars, they tear and crush the food, and molars, they bite, tear and crush the food. During this process, the saliva from salivary gland get released at the base of the tongue and get mixed with the food. Saliva consists of enzyme ptyalin or salivary amylase. The main function of ptyalin is to convert starch into a sugar called as maltose. Okay, underline it, learn it. The main function of ptyalin is to convert starch into maltose. What are enzymes? Enzymes are the substances secreted in the body of an organism. Their main function is to bring about chemical reactions. In these chemical reactions, they act as catalysts. Digestive enzymes of the digestive system, they bring about changes in the food materials. And metabolic processes, they are impossible without enzymes. Enzymes are the specific types of proteins. They are most active at normal body temperature, that is at 37 degrees Celsius. Now we already learned that in the mouth, the digestion of food, it begins. In other words, we say that digestion of food begins in the mouth. So food is chewed with the help of teeth into very small pieces and converted into a soft ball called as bolus. During this process, saliva is produced in the salivary gland in the mouth cavity. Salivary glands are located in front of the ears, near the pharynx and below the tongue. It is carried out, this saliva is carried out to the mouth via ducts, and then the saliva is mixed with the food during the process of chewing and converting the food into soft ball called as bolus. Now we will understand how process of digestion takes place in our body with the help of 3D animation. So this is our mouth here. When now we put that morsel in our mouth, so our teeth bite and chew the food, then saliva get mixed with the food, and then this soft ball bolus is passed. Now it is passing through esophagus. Okay, and slowly, little by little, it enters into stomach. Now inside the stomach, the food is churned. At that time, hydrochloric acid get mixed with the food and food becomes acidic. Then it is passed into small intestine. Now in the small intestine, the digestive juices from liver, this is liver. Okay, so the digestive juices from liver, pancreas, this yellow color organ is called as pancreas. Okay, see, the digestive juice of liver is bile, and the digestive juice of pancreas is pancreatic juices. So sorry, this yellow color substance, gallbladder. Okay, it is called as gallbladder, where the juice is stored. And these yellow colors are pancreas. They also store their juice in that gallbladder, and then it is supplied or it passes into small intestine. Slowly it enters into small intestine. Now the acidic food gets converted. See, the bile juice and pancreatic juices, they are passing into small intestine. Now when they get mixed with the food, food becomes alkaline, and the process of digestion get complete in the small intestine. Now in the small intestine, the digestive juices from liver, from pancreas and small intestine itself get mixed and digestion process gets complete. Now after digestion, these simple soluble substances, they get absorbed. These are the villi. Villi are richly supplied with blood vessels, and blood vessels consist of red blood cells. Now in that blood vessels consist of blood. These are the red blood cells. Inside the blood, that food get absorbed. See now, it get absorbed, and remaining part of the food enters into large intestine. Here some useful substances and water get absorbed, and then these food waste substances are formed, which are slowly pushed into the rectum and then into anus, and then these substances passed out of the body in the form of feces. I hope you understood well how digestion process takes place in our body. Again I will explain with the help of diagram. Okay, let's start. Now this is mouth. Okay, here inside the mouth teeth is present, teeth and tongue. These are the salivary glands. Salivary glands releases saliva. The main function of our teeth is to grind the food and the morsel. When we put the morsel inside the mouth, this morsel get converted into bolus. At that time saliva get mixed with the food, and this saliva is having the digestive juice ptyalin, which convert the food or which digest the food, that is starches, into maltose sugar. Into which sugar? Maltose. That's why it is always said that chew your food up to 32 times. How many times? 32 times. So how many times we have to chew the food? 32 times. So it helps to convert starch or to digest starch into the simple sugar called as maltose. Understood? So where maltose is formed? First, digestion of food begins in the mouth. So in the mouth, the starch gets converted into maltose. Now this bolus is a soft ball. It passes through esophagus and trachea and open in this trachea. Now see, it is slowly passed through this esophagus. Esophagus is having certain kinds of muscles which are capable of contraction and relaxation. So by this process, contraction and relaxation, so by this process the food is passed slowly through that esophagus and enter into stomach. See, it is a bag like organ. It is J shaped. Understood? Inside the stomach, two types of actions takes place. First one mechanical and second one chemical. Now chemical, why? And mechanical means it is a churning of food. Here during churning, the digestive juices from the stomach is having gastric gland which produces HCl acid to make the food acidic. Okay, here food is, it becomes acidic, and the stomach, these gastric glands, they produces three types of juices. First one HCl, second one to digest the protein, they produces pepsin, digestive juice pepsin, and third one HCl, as it is acid, to protect the wall of the stomach, mucus is produced. The main function of mucus is to protect the wall of the stomach. Now this food, as it becomes acidic, it slowly passes into small intestine. See, this is the small intestine. I will explain how to draw this diagram during our online session. Okay, at that time when food is passed into small intestine, which intestine? Small intestine. Okay, now what happens? The digestive juices, this is liver, it is the largest gland of our body. These are the pancreas. See, this is pancreas, and this is a mouth. This is a pouch where this liver, it stores its digestive juice. The digestive juice produced by the liver is called as bile, while the digestive juice produced by pancreas is called as pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice. Okay, so these juices, they slowly release into the small intestine. At that time small intestine also release its juice, and then the food, due to this action of the juices, especially action of bile, food becomes alkaline. This alkaline means basic. This medium is necessary for the digestion. It is needed for the digestion of fat. Understood? And then digestion process gets complete inside the small intestine. Now small intestine, in that small intestine there are finger like projections. These projections are called as villi. Villi are richly supplied with blood vessels, and we know that in that blood vessels there is blood. So this simple soluble, after digestion, food gets converted into simple soluble substances. Simple soluble substances. So these substances get mixed into the blood, which are richly supplied by the villi. These blood vessels are present around that villi, and then this food is transported to every part, every cell, and remaining food enters into large intestine. This large intestine is about 1.5 meter long. Only water is absorbed in the large intestine, and the small part of the large intestine is called as appendix. It is attached to the first part, and undigested remains of the food digested in the means it is passed out of the body or thrown out of the body through anus. These are the important glands of the digestive system, their secretions and functions. Now in the mouth, salivary glands, they release saliva. Saliva consists of ptyalin and functions is to convert starch into maltose. Now stomach, second is having gastric gland, which are present at the wall. So they secrete gastric juice, and gastric juice is of 3 types. We'll understand it. Now this gastric wall, here gland is needed. Gastric gland, they produce gastric juice. Gastric juices are 3 types: hydrochloric acid, pepsin and mucus. What is the function of hydrochloric acid? To make the food acidic. What is the function of pepsin? Breakdown of proteins and convert into simple form of proteins. Simple form of proteins are called as amino acids. And I told you mucus, the main function of mucus is to protect the inner lining of the stomach from the action of hydrochloric acid, as the function of acid is to corrode. So in order to protect the corrosion, means the damage to the walls, mucus, it present or it form a layer on the wall of the stomach and protect from the corrosive action of hydrochloric acid. Now liver. Liver, as I told you, the digestive juice of the liver is called as bile. Its main function is to make the food alkaline, and second one, to convert. As the food becomes alkaline, the fat gets digested. You just write here, digestion of fat. So this is the sentence which explains the digestion of fat. To convert large fat particles into small ones. So we can write here in short form digestion of fat. This is the word which is used for digestion. Now digestive juices from pancreas. The name of the digestive juice is pancreatic juice. Again it is of three types. Trypsin. Its main function is to convert proteins into amino acids. Then lipase. Its main function is to convert fats into fatty acid and glycerol. So fat get converted into fatty acids and glycerol due to the action of lipase, and this is amylase. You can say pancreatic amylase. So its main function is to convert complex carbohydrates into simple sugars. Okay, and last one, intestinal juice. It is produced by small intestine itself. Its main function is to convert proteins into amino acids and to convert complex carbohydrates into glucose and to convert fats into fatty acids and glycerol. This is the last part of the lesson. We'll learn in next session. Till then, bye.